Friday at 5 in the morning. Yes, Weeze is up. Y'all good out there. Love to all you guys, man, rocking and rolling with your boy. We're going to jump into a bunch of stuff today. You know we got that topic, Caitlin Clark versus Paige Bueckers. Everybody's saying, ooh, I think we got these flipped. I think we got these backwards. I think we got these twisted. A little different than expected. So we're going to get into that. We also got Colin Cowherd over there defending LeBron James and his ring chase. He said, go on, let that man chase them rings. We got Rich Paul talking that talk about being an agent with a podcast and why you haters need to just shut up and hate. Do you? Kendrick Perkins is breaking down players moving into the media space and calling some of them out. I think he called Lou Williams out. I hope he didn't, because if he did, he just opened up the gates for me to call somebody out. I don't know. It might be a tit for tat right there. We'll see what he says. And where is LeBron James going? What's his next move, man? So we're going to get into that. Love to all you guys who rock with your boy. Stomp is in the building. Thank God Stomp's still riding with me, mama. Love Stomp, always number one. Jason Sr., number two. Dan Fan, 3. TC210, 4. Smith Shot Racing, 5. We are in the building. Love to you guys, man. On Fridays is always tricky, man. Sometimes you get a gang of people rocking with you. Sometimes y'all hit it too hard on Thursday. I get it. Y'all like, nah, we see you on the replay, boy. We see you on the replay. So let's get it in. We got to talk about the main topic. That's what we do on this show. So let's get into that Paige Bueckers. And, ooh, they're calling it out. I got to do it right. How y'all doing today? I know y'all like, what's up, boy? What you up to, man? Yesterday, I ate too much. I could just tell you that then. You know, I get that second. I don't usually eat but 2 meals. And that second one, I was like, you don't really need it. And I was listening to Dana White talk about how he had a water fast. And in that water fast, it teaches you how your body is really just craving food, but you're not hungry. You don't need it. It's like a mental thing more than a physical thing. And that's real. Like, I do know that you got your relationship with food, and sometimes you don't need all that damn food. Last night, I didn't need to eat. I didn't need to eat at all. I'm sorry, mama. And I ate one more time. Now I feel fat. I don't like it right now. So all is good in the hood. Let's get it in. Let's do this Paige Bueckers first and foremost. Man, Paige Bueckers is balling. Caitlin Clark is doing good too, but you know how it goes. If you're supposed to be the face, ain't nobody supposed to be next to you. And that's how it's looking right now. So let's talk that talk. Who we got here? Harry Douglas breaking it down. Okay. With Freddie Coleman. God, Freddie Coleman was at ESPN before me. Still there. Ooh, that boy got a pension. Love Freddie Coleman. Let's go.
Last night, the Dallas Wings, they were playing the New York Liberty. They were able to get a victory. But the reason why I want to highlight the Dallas Wings, you look at a season ago, they had the worst record, Freddie, in the WNBA. They had the number 1 overall pick. They drafted AZ Fudd. But the way Paige Bueckers is playing, her, Agumba Wale, AZ Fudd, and the rest of the Dallas Wings players, they have been connecting on all cylinders. They have the 4th best record right now in the WNBA. And it's so funny to me how a season ago, you're the worst team in the league. You add one player, the confidence and the morale around the entire team is different for 2026. And now they had the 4th best record.
That's a little more than confidence and morale. Come on, big dog. Give them buckets. Bueckers buckets. My daughter went to UConn, so kind of hip to Paige Bueckers a little deeper than the average bear. It's those buckets as well. And a lot of people say, look, she's just a better player. And we know she had the knee injury and had to sit out and lost a lot of that momentum in terms of the energy coming into the league. We'll see what Juju does with her energy and coming into the league. But at the same time, she's a bucket. And that's what it is. You start there. Ball in basket.
But Paige Bueckers, I'm sorry to say it, folks, but everything we expected Caitlin Clark to be, Paige Bueckers has been in the WNBA. You heard it from me.
Seems like the opponents like her better than Caitlin Clark. Did I say that loud? Bad Freddie. So
blah, blah, blah. Look, it is a likability conversation because a lot of people are saying we rock with Paige Bueckers. And then a lot of people saying for whatever reason, if it's jealousy, envy, or just her personality, a lot of people saying, no, we don't necessarily rock with Caitlin Clark. I think Caitlin Clark is tough because she's more of a brand. So, you know, when somebody knows that they're a brand, they got to be more reserved. That's why you got to respect the LeBron James who knows he's a brand. But I guess he's like, I am the brand. Like, I am a businessman, not the business, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not about my business. I'm a businessman, like Jay-Z. But she's, and I, pun intended, I guess, you know, like, Caitlin Clark is too vanilla. Like, she's playing the Russell Wilson with a whine. Like, she's Russell Wilson, but she's saying all these things, then she's complaining. All you hear is the complaining. And it's like, dog, we need more if you're going to be that. And I think her being a brand kind of keeps her a little distant from her authenticity, let's just say. So, Colin, break it down for us. Let's go get into this topic a little bit.
Something I learned about 20 years ago when I started doing syndicated radio is that cities and towns are very insecure if you criticize them. Don't criticize a Cincinnati or a Midland, Texas. Oh, they'll go crazy.
Yeah.
But yet the state and the area of America that gets the most criticism and doesn't really fire back is California. And maybe it's because they can't hear the complaints over the ocean breeze coming through their window. They don't care what you think, and they never have. That doesn't mean people can't afford it and leave, or they don't like the taxes. But the security of California is, if all 50 states were kids, they're the best looking one with the nicest car, nicest wardrobe, best real estate, and they know tech better than everybody else too.
I mean, Colin be bringing these takes from anywhere. Look, I'm a Californian. Y'all know I'm a native, you know, Angelino. It's funny when people say stuff like this because inter and intra, obviously big difference. Being in California, all I hear is complaints. Oh, dog, man, the homelessness out of control, the crime, the poverty, the taxes, the cost of living. Like, all we hear are the complaints. But then when you compare to other cities, other states, you all of a sudden start sounding like Colin, like, oh, excuse me, Pastor Grey Poupon, I'm California, right? So let's relate this back to what we talking about, which is really a Caitlin Clark conversation that Paige Bueckers has entered. And then Caitlin Clark being, okay, you are that brand, you are that pristine thing that we're valuing. But now there's competition to it. And I think he's trying to say, and look, it happened in California, you know, the gold rush to get here. Now it's the gold exodus to get out of here, right? People going to Tennessee, people going to Vegas, people going to Texas, Florida. I got to go. All them no state tax places, everybody gone. Is everybody going to leave Caitlin Clark? Let's get into this. This is real. We smart over here.
Oh, did I mention they're rich and handsome? And my point being is, LeBron James, I'm hearing all these teams that are interested. I read a story this morning about the T-Wolves, Minnesota, and the Sixers, Philadelphia. And I actually think those are really good teams and championship viable if LeBron went.
Hold on, dog. No. You wanted to go into that. You jumping ahead too much. Let me share this right here. Hold on. We're going to get into that. Don't you worry. I'm going to save my LeBron topics because there are a lot. We're going to get into that, and there are a lot of LeBron topics right here. Like, ooh, LeBron ain't going to Golden State, though. I know a lot of people want to say that LeBron is not going to Golden State. Just leave that alone. But let's get into this one. Here we go. This is what I wanted. My bad. All right. There you go. Talk that talk.
You know, I always thought face of the league is sort of overrated. I don't think you really need it, even in the star-driven NBA. Jokic's been the best player for like 6 years. He doesn't have the charisma to be the face of the league. Is Tom Cruise the best actor in Hollywood? I don't know, but he is the face of Hollywood because Disney, Steven Spielberg, The Rock, action movies, nobody outside of maybe Christopher Nolan can pack a theater the way Tom Cruise can. And so Brett Favre, I thought, was the face of the league for a long time. He won one Super Bowl. So it's Saquon Barkley last year was voted the #1 player by NFL players. He's not close to the face of the league, though he's remarkable, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer. So I don't think you need it. I don't know how to define it. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar came out yesterday, thoughtful guy, and he said, don't get me wrong, Caitlin Clark is very good, possibly even great. But calling any one player the face of the league, absent the sort of on-court and cross-platform dominance of MJ or LeBron, is an insult to a lot of players. Well, here's what I know.
Now, here's what I know. Kareem said that, and when it came out of his mouth, as much as you salute Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and you got to respect his word because obviously he says it, it gives it credence. it sounded a little dated because, as Colin just pointed out, to be the face of the league, it's not so neat. It's not so even. It's like you could be a bunch of little things. You could be a one big thing. You could be whatever that is, but it doesn't have to look like it used to look. And I think Kareem saying Jordan or LeBron is going to evolve into another thing as it evolved from Jordan to LeBron, right? Jordan didn't come in with the same amount of hype as LeBron, and Jordan became the face of the league. LeBron, as soon as he hit the ground, we were looking to force it on him, even though he was so young, we were waiting, but he got it earlier. He got it faster. And now Caitlin Clark got it even faster than – Caitlin Clark was the face of the WNBA in college. Like, it was like, no, it's her. We know she wasn't better than Angel Wilson. We know that. We know she wasn't the best player in the WNBA, and we didn't even care. Like, LeBron, at least we were like, yo, he could be one of the best players, if not the best player in the league. Like, we're looking at Caitlin Clark like, oh, she's going to be able to shoot, but it wasn't even that needed conversation that she has to be the best. She just is captivating. And I'm not going to lie, once again, my formula is right. Somehow, some way, they are more popular. It is more captivating. It's more sensational playing women's college basketball than it is in the WNBA. And that's a business problem. That's a Kathy Engelberg problem. And a lot of people are saying she's going to have to get up out of there at the end of this year. Point being, how many times are we going to have to see this? Skylar Diggs is my best example. Skylar Diggins, when she was in college, I was like, it's over. She can ball. She looked the part. She can talk the part. Everything, every box. I was like, it's over. And I mean, look, I understand the women's interrupt their own momentum, having babies, having families, stuff like that. They got different responsibilities than the male athlete. But the point is, I mean, player after player, you're just like, oh, she was bigger in college, or she's bigger than the WNBA, but she didn't come in with the momentum that we thought she could even be that. Tough sell.
She's got an incredibly historically unique game for women's basketball. She's an all-star. She sells more tickets than anybody, drives most ratings, and got the entire league on private aviation.
Right.
That feels like the face of the league to me. You don't have to be the best player. A'ja Wilson is. Brett Favre was not the best quarterback. He had great marketing, country boy, Midwest Packers, blue jean commercials, nicknamed the gunslinger, all sorts of mistakes. I don't even think he's the best Packer quarterback ever. I'd take Aaron Rodgers. So to me, I don't know. If you're the number one TV draw, you're an all-star, you're the number one merchandise seller, you've got a little bit of charisma via controversy.
He can't even get that out. I'm like, what? She got what? Caitlin Clark be on that. She be on the Addams Family. Look at her back there behind Colin right now. She on the Addams Family, dog. She just be, and then all she does is get pissed at the referees, or somebody slammed her to the ground again, which you should be pissed at the referees because they should be kicking them girls out. But the point is, they have a real institutional problem because it's happened countless times. You keep losing the luster of these amazing prospects that come in. Like, I don't think Caitlin Clark is hotter right now than she was in college. I don't. And she's still making her money. Trust me, boo-boo. Them checks are coming. The interest is there. It just ain't landing with us the same. You got to keep it real.
That feels like face of the league to me. I don't think it's again, she may not have a ton of charisma, but she's constantly driving news.
Yeah.
So, to me, if any Tiger Woods did this in golf, he'd double the TV ratings. He was the face of golf.
Oh yeah, that's no question. Don't do that now. Now Tiger Woods, I don't know. In any sport, Michael Jordan is the closest, obviously. Did somebody dominate, take over, have a mania? Yeah, that's a good question. So far, beat it up in the comments. We got Tiger Woods. We got Michael Jordan. We're going to compare. I don't think anybody else is even in that competition. Mike Tyson, when he first came out, different animal because it's not like a league, but we get it. Talk to me. We're going to have that conversation.
Andy was great. So, and she's obviously an all-star level player, great three-point shooter, great distributor, among the league leaders in scoring, assists. I think she qualifies to me.
Oh, that was boy. That sounded half half-hearted. That sounds like we broke up and I got to tell her why she was a good person and she's going to meet someone else. But that didn't sound like what we talking about right here. Caitlin Clark came in. Caitlin Clark had me watching a full WNBA game. And trust me, before her, I've been to 2, but even the 2 I went to with my daughter, we didn't finish. And it was my daughter saying, "Hey, Daddy, you ready?" I was like, "What do you mean? You don't want to see?" I mean, I was certainly my energy I was giving off, like, let's get up out of here. But I was like, if this ball hit the top of this backboard one more time, I'm like, golly. And it's crazy because people want to take that and make it something that's not, like gender or misogyny or bias. Like, shut up, dog. It's about product, right? The reason why you don't like the JV team at your school, at your high school, is not because they can't ball, not because they're not better than you, not because Stan can't play volleyball. It's because on that same campus, Doug can play better on varsity, right? So you go to the varsity game. I think we can't get rewired, right? This is why women's sports always struggle compared to male sports. And you can say, well, tennis is an exception at its peaks, but not in its averages, right? But yeah, tennis is the closest thing I can see. That's the closest thing. And we're not talking about really on the court because Serena, all of them have said and have played men and it got ugly. But the thing about it that's true is that we can't get rewired. So when we see something, we're not looking at it like gender. That's us being socialized. Oh, that's a woman playing, so let me chill. Nah, your primal being is like, ooh, basketball. Ooh, I've seen it higher. I've seen it best. And then you watch this WNBA sometimes, you're like, It's like when you go to your kids' games, you be like, oh, all right. At the World Nationals in Orlando, they've had 7-year-olds out there playing. These kids barely could get into the rim. They doing every shot was a shot put. They were doing this. But their parents was like, I mean, it was airball city. The final score was like 19-6 or something. They played 4 quarters. Shot putting. You know what I mean? But the point of it is, if you're Caitlin Clark, we got to understand, we need to get a little bit better on this situation. We need to get a little bit better because this ain't it. This ain't it. I'm like, what is going on with Caitlin Clark? Let's get into this, though. Tell me, which one is better? Mike Tyson when he hit. I'm trying to close out some of these windows so I don't start. I think I'm sticking a little bit. Mike Tyson when he hit. Michael Jordan when he hit. Tiger Woods when he hit. Is there anyone else to consider before I go into this? Let me go. Somebody tell me. Am I missing one? I'll see y'all in the comments. Am I missing somebody who had a mania? I'm not talking about some other stuff like, look, I seen Doug Flutie go at it. Doug Flutie, whoa. But that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like Brett Favre and all that. Like, no. I'm talking about, wow, it took over. Let me see. That's it. Okay, good. Those are the 3. Of those 3, they're so hard to compare, but I hate when people cop out and do that. I don't know what to do. They're not the same. Shut up, right? Tacos and hamburgers ain't the same. Which one you like more? Tacos. All right, so let me say this. Nah, Serena, don't do that. Serena is not this, but it was insane. Look, all of them, everything y'all gonna write is gonna be insane. Brady is not this, and it was insane. I mean, Peyton Manning was still in some of Brady's. You know what I mean? They had to build up the Brady one by saying Peyton versus Brady. You know what I mean? No. There wasn't nobody saying Tiger versus. They tried to do Phil Mickelson. It was like, do you see the numbers? You see how many tournaments they win in the comparison? No, stop it. Move lefty. So I would say Jordan, Tiger, and Tyson. God. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I think it's really Tiger Woods because let's eliminate Jordan. Insane, amazing. We hadn't seen it before because before Dr. J, sorry, they didn't have the capabilities to promote him properly. What, he start off in the ABA, then he comes there to the NBA. they transfer, they do all the things, they try to get their marketing, they still on tape delay. The NBA didn't even surge yet. Nah, so then that's Magic and Bird. So they split the atom. They don't count. The next biggest thing, and the next thing was Michael Jordan. But that's still basketball, and it's a convenient wrapper. Like, oh, okay, Michael Jordan, basketball. Insane. But we've seen that thing before. We haven't seen how he did it, but we've seen that type of energy in basketball before, but we never seen it to that level. But it's something about it felt familiar. Like, I don't know if it's because he's black. I don't know. It's because he just looks amazing. He's doing all these extra things, but it felt in comparison to Mike Tyson, how that felt like, okay, we've had Sugar Ray Leonard, before, like real big phenomenon. I know Marvin Hagler was there, Tommy Hearns and all that, but Sugar Ray was the one. We had Muhammad Ali. You see what I'm saying? Like, we've had it before. We had Kareem. We had Dr. J. Like, it's almost like we saw your older brother, but now you're the younger, bigger brother. We're getting deep over here. Younger, but bigger. You ever seen that family where you be like, how old is he? 15? 15? Oh, okay. How old is he? Oh, he's 12. He that big? He bigger than him? Like, goddamn. That's how it felt. Mike Tyson was bigger than all his older brothers. But that still felt like they handed the baton off. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to say. It felt like Mike Tyson was on the relay and he ran a hell of an anchor leg. Like, golly. Damn. I mean, Mike Tyson used to have your butt. What? We had to be there. You had to watch the undercard because as soon as he walked out with that stare and that little rock and that towel on and no socks and them black shoes, you got about 18 seconds. It's about to go down. Oh, that was hype. Oh, that was so hype. I mean, you actually were pumped to watch 18 seconds of a fight. You're like, yes. But he was on a relay. Sugar Ray had me doing that. At least my dad for sure, and I'm watching it. Muhammad Ali had us doing that, etc. But Jordan, Dr. J had them old people doing that, playing that Al Green in the background. They playing Al Green and watching. Hey, you know what's about to come on tonight, right? Oh man, it's then Kareem and then Magic, then Bird. I mean, I'm forgetting a lot of greats, but you know what I'm saying. Now let's get to Tiger. Look at this, and this is not on cue, but look at this. Look at your boy. I got golf this weekend. Got to do a little travel golf and get my game right. I got a revenge golf outing one-on-one with somebody who I got to beat this time. He smoked me last time. He had his best golf round ever. If he beats me again, I'll talk it up. But that dude, Tiger Woods, and maybe because it's like I got a little bias because golf is my first sport, and I've always had this squinted eye, this keen interest into golf while everybody else was ignoring it. So I started golfing in 1979. Yeah, Calvin Pete. And I'm watching everybody else just not care about the sport. And I know it was cultural because I'm in Compton or I'm off Slauson and people ain't talking about golf. And I'm like, y'all don't like golf? I golf all the time with my daddy. We used to golf all the time. I had the little three club set, that little white bag you get from Big Five. Then you get a putter, you get an iron, you get a wood. And your wood is an iron. You know what I mean? Oh, I had that little cheap set, a little $9.99 set. I used to be out there. Smokey Robinson. My first golfing that I remember was with Smokey Robinson, Calvin Pete, both at Rancho Golf Course out here in LA. My dad and myself. That was the foursome. Yep. Crazy. Then I go through the 80s, nobody talking about golf. And I know golf is sick. Jack, Calvin Pete was still there, but retiring, getting older, whatever. I was in love with so many golfers and nobody would talk about them. And then that boy Tiger Woods came, you heard he was coming. And that's always fun when, like LeBron, it's fun when you hear about him and you're like, he ain't gonna be all that. Oh. And boom, he hit. Nobody hit like Tiger Woods. Nobody. Because everyone touches golf too. We all play some golf. We all ain't boxed. We all play some basketball. And when we saw what he was doing and what able to do and wear that red on Sunday and still finish up, oh, it was problems. We had a lot of problems. Lots of problems. So I totally get it, man. Be up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think, right? I want to get into LeBron James and his free agency because there's a lot of resistance. A lot of people, I don't like to sound typical, but sometimes it is just that simple. A lot of people like laughing at, like dancing on the grave of LeBron. Like they think this is a death sentence. Like, look at him. He got to play for minimum. Look at LeBron. He ain't good. Look at LeBron. He ain't got no options. I mean, all types of cats. People that you wouldn't even expect. People going at LeBron. It's real. And I'm like, huh? How y'all know this ain't what he want? But that's my defense. I don't know. But we're going to find out right now because I don't know what LeBron up to. Let's go. Byron Scott, my dog. It's time to hear you talk about it. What's up with LeBron, big dog? What it do? Let me know. Byron Scott on LeBron James and why really he ain't got no team right now. This is deep. Let go.
10 years ago, yes, every team was calling.
Yeah.
To get LeBron James on their team.
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago. Now, Rich Paul and company, they making all the calls to see who's interested in having LeBron on their team. Again, guys, we got to understand that the guy's 41 years old.
Yep.
Been in the league 21, 22, 23 years.
Incredible career.
You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable career.
Y'all better stop playing. I know we got to do the pleasantries, but we know. Unbelievable career, all the things, all the greatness. But how do let me let them go before I go in because I know how I get when it comes to, LeBron ain't this.
Still playing at a high level.
Yes, sir.
Nobody's saying that he can't play, another year or two in this league. But as far as teams that are looking at him right now, the teams are also saying, all right, we're going to take him for 1 year, maybe two. And do we want to take all the other shit that goes along with it?
What's the other shit?
All the other antics, the people that's working with, Rich Paul and all those guys and all other stuff that goes along with it.
Bronny.
Ooh, he about to say Bronny too. Hey, this sounds like Phil Jackson saying posse over here damn near. What's up, Byron? All that comes with him. What do you mean come with me? Rich Paul ain't moving nowhere. Rich Paul going to be at Clutch offices right there in Beverly Hills, wherever the hell. No, he ain't going nowhere. Let's talk about Bronny.
James.
Bronny James. You have to get Bronny James out of his Laker deal. So there's a lot of layers to it when you're talking about bringing LeBron along.
We heard two things, and one of them can't be true. We're going to get Bronny out of his Laker deal. Why? He got a guaranteed deal. LeBron actually waited to tell the Lakers he wasn't going to come back the day Bronny's deal was guaranteed. See, I think that LeBron is moving at a different speed and pace, and we ain't respecting it. Okay, go to the gym. And when you at the gym, there's always somebody on that treadmill going hard, right? But they're going hard like they run in 30 minutes or an hour, but it's at an even pace. They just, and you're like, damn, they still on the treadmill? Good. I mean, let me not do that. Great. However, you can get the same, if not more done, if you saw that dude who had that thing going faster and he was holding the side rails with his feet out and then he had to do intervals. And then he stopped there because your heart rate doesn't care if you're moving or not. It doesn't. Not in no interval because it's still reacting to when you were moving. It's like, that's the beauty of an interval. You ain't got to run the whole way. Just take off, go fast, and then your heart rate's like, he ain't even moving. It don't matter. It don't matter, boy. Your intervals. You ain't got to always be moving to get it done is my point. LeBron James, free agency started. He knew it. Guess what he did? I don't know, man. I got to go golf. I don't know. Then he got a pager. His pager went off. His beeper went off. He looked. He said, oh, okay. Bronny's guaranteed. All right, Lakers, I ain't going there. What? Where you going? I'm back on the treadmill doing my intervals. I run and I stop. I do something, I stop. It's still moving. My heart rate's still up. He ain't tripping. That's how I see LeBron making this free agency move. He's not tripping. But you know who is tripping? Adam Silver. Adam Silver is saying right now, hey, LeBron, we need you to make a decision. You know why? They can't even do the TV deal. Because wherever LeBron goes, that's 10, 20 more national games. And y'all talk about this dude ain't got no options. Okay.
You know, we all know this for a fact. He ain't gonna go to another team and say, well, I'll come off the bench. You know, I'll be a role player, come off the bench. You know, he can still probably be your third best player or your second best player on the team. You could be successful.
There's only one other option, the best player on your team. And he could be that too, but he shouldn't be that because he's that old. Not like he can't, it's just like, you don't want that. You'll wear him down. But he just said he could be your third best or second best. What's left? So if you could be the second best player on the team, you think you ain't got options? I'll wait. Come on, y'all. This show is so necessary. It's not because we love everything and we love hearing what's real from fake. He just said it. LeBron got options, y'all. I know it's not favorable to people don't want to say LeBron got all these options at this age. He dictating terms. He just showed you what he did with the Lakers. The Lakers' attendance will not drop. I think the Lakers' brand will not be affected. What I do think, though, is that people are going to be like a little wait and see if I'm really going to battle this traffic and drive. And it's going to be a lot of sold-out games, and you're like, where are the people at? Unless they hot. Because Luka and Austin Reaves and then the rest, that 10 freeway ain't worth all that. That game on TV.
But the teams that we're talking about that really are looking at LeBron right now, so that, well, let's say what Rich Paul said, that are looking at LeBron right now, are teams that maybe can get to the next level. And that next level ain't a championship team. 10 years.
Blah, blah, blah. I don't get it. Don't you all, I mean, even if you're a LeBron fan or not, I don't even know why you got to declare yourself like that. This ain't no crippin' and blood. What up, blood? What up, cuz? Like, I'm LeBron. I ain't LeBron. You know, like, I don't know about y'all. But let's just move all that to the side. Don't y'all all see this, like, resistance to LeBron? Don't we all see this, like, I mean, you imagine being that great and you got to hear all this, and what? What's your problem? Like, LeBron ain't got choices. Like, oh, Rich Paul over here hyping him up now because he can't do it. Yeah, he can. You got me twisted. You got it twisted. So everybody's talking about it. What can Bron do? What can Bron do for you? I know what he could do. Make a team good, damn it. But not everybody happy. And you know one person ain't going to be happy. If we talking Bron and it ain't good, it don't matter what it is with LeBron. If it could be good, bad, or ugly, you know who ain't going to be feeling it. Yeah, buddy. Let's talk it. He's sick and damn tired of talking about LeBron. I know, Stephen A. Let's go. I know we about to get some gems out of this.
James, let me say this. I'm sick of this damn story. I'm sick of this damn story. I didn't say I was sick of him. But don't tell me that this brother don't like drama. Don't tell me he don't like suspense. Don't tell me that he ain't about marketing. It ain't that damn hard to make a decision. You know exactly where the hell you going, LeBron James.
Okay. It's funny for two reasons that Stephen A is saying this. One, Stephen A is doing the exact same thing LeBron is doing, which is while we wait, let's act like, okay, the fans are getting pissed at LeBron because they're waiting. Well, now Stephen A is acting like a fan and he getting pissed at LeBron because he's waiting. But you know who ain't pissed? LeBron. I've been in situations, you've been in situations where people are waiting on you and you're like, well, I think you just got to wait. For whatever reason, it's because it's my decision, not that deep. People are like, why don't you hurry up? Well, like when you're going to college and you're like, where are you going to school? Everybody asking you, you know, your senior year, you're like, I don't know. You imagine if the whole school starts saying, won't you hurry up and make a decision? You're like, did I graduate yet? Do I got time to do it? Yeah, well then shut up. Why are you so thirsty for what I got to do that you mad at me for not doing it? Won't you do it? Where you going? Good. Focus on that. Like, we are in a weird world where we really think we got authority or we think we got influence, persuasion to tell this dude when he got to do something. He the one that earned it. He earned the chance to take his time. He earned the chance to hurry up and do it. He earned the chance. He earned the opportunity to wait until his son got his guaranteed money. That's what's hilarious about this. And I know Stephen A. Smith, this sounds tongue-in-cheek. Like, you can't be that. This is auntie behavior. We ain't mad at him for real. I ain't mad. I don't give a damn. Like, as long as I play basketball, as long as I watch basketball next year in LeBron somewhere, he can go all the way. We can do it in football. Aaron Donald, are you coming back or not? Are you coming back or not? Aaron, hurry up, Aaron, hurry, Aaron. Y'all ain't doing that to Aaron Donald. I know he ain't LeBron. Nobody's LeBron but maybe Jordan. Aaron Donald, what are you going to do? Are you going to play 8 games in the playoffs? You imagine? Like, we don't do this to nobody else. And Aaron Donald is insanely great. Insanely great. We ain't rushing him. They got the helicopters flying over Thousand Oaks or wherever the hell they were. Where's Aaron Donald? Thirsty.
You know exactly where the hell you going. Like he's sitting there contemplating, what am I going to do? Am I going to go to the city of brotherly love? Am I going to go back to South Beach where I still have a crib? Or am I going home? We know you ain't trying to be in the Western Conference.
Why not? Why not? Western Conference ain't better than the East. Who won? Let me stop. Look, it's hard in the Western Conference, but guess what? It must be harder in the Eastern Conference because that's what the champs are.
But you know your ass ain't going to win out there. Ain't no.
The last 8 champions, 4 have been from the East, 4 have been from the West. Continue.
Ant-Man is that dude. LeBron James ain't. Let me tell y'all something right now. I know the brother from Akron, Ohio, but he been in Southern California sunshine. If LeBron James got a deal with cold weather again, it damn sure ain't going to be in Minnesota.
Oh, okay. So now they play basketball outdoors. Okay. I used to laugh at that. Some people would be saying that too. You were like, oh, you playing Minnesota? Damn. How you deal with the weather? Like, what do you mean? Like, when I go home and practice, what are you talking about? Like, the games it's a dome, don't it? It's a dome. Like, basketball weather, usually not in the same conversation.
It ain't going to happen. Let's stop it. That winter there is different. He ain't doing, as much as he loves Ant-Man, he ain't doing that to play with LaMelo Ball and Rudy Gobert.
Good point. And since I see y'all in the comments saying, why is he screaming? Because that's Stephen A. Good stuff. No, but in seriousness, they did this to Aaron Rodgers. Hurry up. Brett Favre even, I felt some. Hurry up. What is it about LeBron, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers that we're going to do that to? But we don't always do that. I know you're going to say, well, Aaron Donald's not a quarterback. But it's just weird that we all of a sudden, I guess we're so into them, and whether you can admit it or not, you're so invested. You can't be patient. You're the kid at the amusement park. You're the one at Six Flags tomorrow. I can't stand in this line. Get a fast pass. You ain't got that. We ain't got fast pass money. Sit your ass down.
He ain't trying to do that. That ain't what he's trying to do. I don't blame him. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you something right now. I've been on this earth a long time. I know I don't look it, damn it, but I have been.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I'm here to tell you. Let me be very, very clear. Winters in Minnesota is different.
Now for your staff, what do you think? LeBron, y'all ever see Taylor Swift travel? She always got these black umbrellas and sheets to cover her face and cover her head and all that. You think LeBron gonna get off an airplane and get one flake of snow in his bald head? No. That sucker gonna get off that plane. It's gonna be him to limo with the boomerang, and I'm out. Come on, man. Y'all talking about.
Okay, let me be very, very clear. My damn nephew Josh, that brother ain't been to Minnesota. See, he talked to you about basketball and all of this and all that. He picks and chooses. He's worse than me. He ain't been to no damn Minnesota. He know how cold to get out there. He knows how cold to get out there. LeBron James ain't trying to go to no damn Minnesota. All right?
Oh, he in theater right now. I don't know where LeBron want to go. This is good. I'm glad we guessing it out because, look, it's the dark days of summer in terms of sports, right? That's why I'm glad we do sports and sports media, because now everybody else is getting it. They call it gossip, but I'm like, you call it what you want. Everywhere you go, you're talking about people. So call it what you want. We talking about LeBron right now, and we thank God we can talk about LeBron. Imagine we didn't have LeBron to talk about. When the NFL preseason start?
Right. Golden State, you ain't winning the Golden State. Steph Curry is phenomenal, the babyface assassin, the greatest shooter God ever created. We know this. Steve Kerr is an all-time great coach. We know this. Y'all know that also the Golden State Warriors have missed the playoffs the last 3 of the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm. That part.
They ain't been winning.
Nope.
They ain't going to win now.
Nope.
Now, LeBron with Steph, that would be special. And if somehow, somewhere you got Anthony Davis against out of Washington, that would be a different story.
They ain't Washington.
But you ain't winning in Golden State with just LeBron and Steph when you got to go against Shea Butter and the crew in Oklahoma City and Wemby and the crew in San Antonio and Jokic and the crew in Denver.
Look how he just dissed Draymond. They beef is real, huh? See how that media could slant and balance? You know what I'm saying? It's funny when nobody had beef with Draymond or before the podcast, it was always like, oh, Steph and Clay, Splash Brothers, Draymond. And then people are like, why you always mentioning Draymond? Draymond ain't that good, but they always mentioned him. Now, because people deal with Draymond, Draymond be talking back, clapping back, talking to you. Just conveniently forgot to say, he's talking about Anthony Davis leaving Washington. Boy, if Anthony Davis got any sense, he's staying in Washington. They got a squad. I ain't going nowhere. See how these biases kick in?
Even KD and the crew in Houston, because they're going to have a point guard this year. Fred VanVleet is coming back. You ain't winning out west. Ain't going to happen. LeBron James is staying in the East.
Staying in the East.
Now, you can bring up the city of brotherly love, but he ain't getting no credit for that. He go to the city of brotherly love. You know everybody going to be looking. Is Embiid going to be healthy?
That's interesting, the credit part. Like how much LeBron is considering credit. And it's sad because he can't talk about that or show that publicly. That's got to be his poker face. I ain't tripping. That's why Rich Paul's saying he ain't chasing no ghosts. He ain't chasing no rings. I hope he's chasing rings. Like, don't ever take away the desire for what it really is. Like the pure element of it, the essence. The essence of competition is to win, right? And then you try to display your talents. They display their talents. You now try to override their talents with your skill and will. But don't let media all of a sudden tell you, I'm just doing this for fun. That's why we be brainwashing these kids and they be soft belly and sorry. Because you be telling this kid, just go out there and have fun. No, go out there and do something too. You go to Chuck E. Cheese, you want to go have fun? Don't get in that ball pit. I don't know what's in there. But you go there if you want to have fun. Don't tell no kid to just have fun. Tell that kid, go get something. Want something, get something. Bad enough, take something. Go get it. What you mean? Man, I played football when I was 8. And I don't remember my mom or my daddy or my coach saying, go have fun. They was like, enjoy whooping their ass. Like, go get them. What they doing out there? Like, you got a gangbang on cats when they on the field. Like, when you're playing sports, first of all, you got to create a character. You got to be your own persona. You got to be your own superhero. And then 2, it's time to take over the world. That's what sports are. Sports ain't just fun. Minecraft is supposed to be fun. You know what I mean? NBA 2K is supposed to be fun. Even then, I got that controller. I'm trying to get you. Come on.
Is LeBron and JB going to vibe because Jaylen Brown didn't go to Philly to be somebody's number 3 option? What are we going to do, relegate Maxey to a number 3 option? LeBron accepted being a number 3 option in LA after being a number 1 and number 2 option for the first 7 years there. He going to go to Philly openly accepting from jump being a 3rd option behind Maxey and JB? And what if Embiid is healthy? Come on now.
Don't forget about Edgecombe. Keep going.
Come on now. We know better than that. This is coming down to Cleveland and Miami.
Now.
Cleveland and Miami. This is perspective and opinion and editorial driven. This is not reporting.
Not reporting. Okay, let's get into it. Cleveland or Miami, that's it? That's all we got? CMB, we all we got. No way, that ain't it. Cleveland and Miami, that's it? Let me erase this damn topic. Yuck. I mean, Miami better than, no, Cleveland. Look, let's be real. why would you want to go back to Cleveland? Neither one. But why would you really want to go back to Cleveland? Because they're gonna play that damn Hallmark movie again, how you owe Cleveland and you already paid them back in debt, but you came back to do more. Like, he already did it. Like, y'all gonna act like now if he go back and fail that he didn't do it. I don't like that. Cleveland feels like a big setup. Miami feels like a little setup. Like, oh yeah, you came here and won, but y'all supposed to win more than 2. Why we keep talking about what I did? I'm here again. Well, shut up. That's why they say after breakups, it's harder to stay together. That's why they say second marriages are harder than first marriages. I don't know about that. But the point is, the stats show that every time you get married, every time after that, it gets harder, not easier. Even though people be thinking, oh, I learned. Oh, yeah. I'm ready for the next one. No, you ain't. You know why? Because you blaming her or you blaming him for everything that went wrong. You know you are. So you got to do it. You got to do it. I don't get it. I don't know. That's if his own. I'm glad Stephen A. Smith ain't right. Stephen A. Smith ain't right. He got more choices than that. Because if that's it, I ain't eating. If that's all I got, that's all y'all got to eat. I ain't hungry. One of those. I can't see it. Let's keep going on this topic. I think there's more love out there in LeBron world. People just talking it up. It's crazy. I think this is a topic on it too. Let me get all of them out. Yeah, Byron Scott went there. Oh, no, let's give Colin his love. I like Colin. Y'all like Colin as much as I do. Colin even when he wrong, he right. He be having some good examples. You can tell he's prepared. I love Colin Cowherd doing this thizzle, right? I love it. Do y'all? All right, here we go. They punish him. Let's get it in. I want to hear this. They punish you. Oh, we started this earlier, so if you didn't catch the beginning, that's on you.
If you're a high school football 5-star recruit, you decide, I want to go to Ohio State instead of Purdue. We celebrate it. NIL. Kid goes, I want to go play for Michigan and Dusty May. We celebrate it. But in professional basketball, it's the only part of America. If you join a better option, what a ring chaser. LeBron James reportedly is going to make a decision in 48 hours where he's going. He should go to Philadelphia.
It's not even a question if you really saying team on team. If we at the park and you're like looking around, you're like, who are them? You mean Jaylen Brown? You mean Embiid? You mean Edgecombe? You mean Maxey? Yeah, you ain't got to say nothing else. That's what we doing. All right? Shout out to the Hawk TV who got him a membership. Love to you guys. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member. Love for you guys for rocking with your boy still. What else we going to talk about? Like, I'm going to Philly.
He should go to Philadelphia. It's the best team by far, best chance to win a championship. Who cares what bots say on the internet?
Yeah.
Chase Philadelphia. The problem is he doesn't have great connection to the city of Philadelphia. Doesn't know a lot of guys in the roster, but it's by far and away the best situation. I'd go in 1 second.
Yeah, I think I get to know y'all real quick. You going around, hey, how you doing, Embiid? My name is LeBron. LeBron is heat. Oh, my God, LeBron is heat. Like, I think he's going to get acclimated pretty fast to Philadelphia. You think? Like, do y'all remember when Shaq went to Miami and how they had that big old parade and he was walking through the city looking like King Kong and just all these people underneath him and it's like thousands of people under him and all that Miami pretty and beauty is out there? It was insane. Giannis just did it, yesterday? All that love. He getting off the private jet and him going to the facility. I go to the facility. I see where they go. Come on, man. This boy going to Philly. I'll go to Philly. I don't have to know anybody. It take about 2 seconds. They'll get to know me.
Dude, it's NVIDIA. Go ahead and work at Bob's local computer store in Cleveland. The Cavaliers aren't the best fit. It's the Lakers with better rim protection. Harden and Donovan Mitchell don't play defense and need the ball. That's Austin Reaves and Luka. And by the way, LeBron's last several years in Los Angeles, for the record, when he chose the Lakers, it was the opposite of ring chasing. The 4 previous years, the Lakers, who had one of the poorest ownership groups in the NBA, had the worst record in the NBA and the worst point differential.
People forget that. And I think that's part of why he is delaying. He's trying to find impact. And who doesn't, right? Like when I was a free agent in Buffalo, one of the things I considered outside of money was, and can I make an impact? Like, because you're going somewhere, people going to be noticing, you're getting paid, you are the man, you all this good talk. You better go somewhere and they improve. You got to consider that. You go somewhere and they just the same. People are like, well, wait. First thing is fans going to say it. They're going to be like, well, why we get him? Why we get him if we the same? But worse, executives and management going to say, why are we paying him if we the same? So you got to go somewhere with impact. We wired that way. LeBron is way past this point of concern, but he's still wired that way. LeBron goes somewhere and they worse. I know how y'all going to do them. Oh, man, they won 48 games before LeBron got here. Then they won only 39. That's a -9. What LeBron do? Where we get LeBron? He ain't Jordan, man. He ain't, you know that dude that's like this? He ain't Jordan, man. He ain't Jordan. Ah, Jesus. Tough.
He went the opposite. How'd it work out? In the end, frustrated. Nobody could stay healthy. Luka couldn't stay healthy. AD couldn't stay healthy. Austin Reaves in the playoffs couldn't stay healthy.
This is like life right now. All the devilish details no one gives a damn about. Just like, do we like you or not? And if we like you, we're going to find all the good stuff. If we don't, we're going to forget all the good stuff. That's life right now, right? It's all headline, all top level with LeBron. We forget all the details of like, LeBron, why didn't you win more than LA? Why didn't you win more with the Lakers? They had enough. You're supposed to be the king to go. And I bet you Jordan would have won more. And then LeBron like, do you know every year one of these fools got hurt, if not all of them? But y'all going to put that on me that they don't take care of their bodies? Drinking beers and eating donuts and stuff. They ain't taking care of them bodies. They making $50 million. I make $500 billion. It don't matter. We all can afford a chef. They chefs ain't chefing. They chef is Boyardee. My chef is Bonjour. You know what I mean? Like LeBron, like I don't get hurt like that. I'm there when you need me. Are they? And they half my age. Boy, I'll be insulted.
Average bench. So what did it get him? A COVID ring. In Miami, he got to 4 straight finals. Oh, ring chasing. Yeah, he wanted to play and work with good coworkers. Yeah. I don't even get ring chasing. What does that mean?
Thank you. What does that mean? Shut up. You know how some people sound only smart to dumb people? That's one of those smart to dumb people things to say to me. My stomach turns when I hear somebody say, oh, you ring chasing. You mean trying to be in the best situation because I think I'm the best and we're going to be even better? Okay. So the point of going to school is not to like go to the best school or get the best grades or try to be in the class with all the smart kids. You want me to be in just a normal class, huh? You don't want me to be in that AP class because that's ring chasing. What is that? Like there's no other facet of life I could think of where we actually criticize you for trying to be better. But in the NBA, because of the media, because of all of this bias, because of how I don't know if it's the commissioners, Adam Silver, David, what was his name? Why did I try to say his name? David Stern. Whoever, who gave these media members the green light to clown your sport? Because now you got your sport upside down where if you try to go somewhere better, that's ring chasing. Well, Jordan didn't do it. Well, he didn't. He couldn't. And then when he could, he did chase. He chased that ownership. He went to the Wizards, said, let me do an internship so I can own this stuff. Come on, man. Everybody got incentives.
Every other person on the planet. When I had opportunities to leave in my entire career, I've never once said, I want to go work with lesser management. You know what I'd like is bad teammates that need the ball and don't play defense. That's what I'd like to do. The whole fear about Philadelphia from the Rich Paul group is, and they're already sending messages, it would be viewed as ring chasing. No, it would be viewed as meeting contemporaries that have put the commitment in you have. By the way, the Lakers in Cleveland, it's the same team with rim protection. The last several years in LA, Austin Reaves and Luka and Anthony Davis, they can't stay healthy. If you go play for Philadelphia Tyrese Maxey has led the NBA in minutes played the last 2 years. Durable.
It's pretty obvious where he's going to go, which means he probably ain't going there because that means the impact won't be there. It's such an inverted issue. He has such a complex situation to deal with. Everybody who moves to LA, I don't care where they from, they don't leave LA unless LA kicks them out. Being real, right? You got to think about it. Jay-Z's, Diddy's, and all them New Yorkers, all the kings of New York are all living in LA. All of them. Everybody moved to LA. Oh, that's a one-way ticket. You ain't trying to go nowhere. But at the same time, you got to finish out, and you don't want to finish out here. It just didn't feel right. They just didn't accept it.
Reliable, ascending, committed, impeccable shape. Jaylen Brown's in great shape. Edgecomb's a dog, man. He is fantastic. Yeah, Embiid.
Look at that squad. Man, look. If they run that out and it stays, man, look.
Embiid's not necessarily healthy. Some of that's his body breaking down. But the idea of you go to Golden State. Golden State's nostalgia. I understand. But if you make the playoffs with the Warriors, the starting five's average age is going to be 37 years old.
Damn.
Give me a break. That's not viable.
No, that ain't it.
And again, Cleveland, chemistry issues, too many guys that need the basketball, too many guys outside of Allen and Mobley that don't want to play defense. They got swept by the Knicks, and 3 of the games were embarrassing. They quit. That's not the best place to go. Go into the Warriors. We'll have a lot of nostalgia, but it'll be like a boys' trip in your 50s to Vegas.
I got to end it right there. Oh, my God. That is funny. That is good. Oh, man, I'm supposed to take a trip to Vegas, too. You got me second guessing. You got me going to change this flight. I'm 50. Oh, man. Wearing your shirt all unbuttoned to the bottom. So we going to eat? We're going to Javier's or what? No. To button it up, man, because I'm done guessing where LeBron going. I'm sick and tired of y'all, too. I don't know where the hell LeBron going. All I know is y'all need to stop hating them for wanting to go somewhere better. That's the first part. Second part is, good Lord, he ain't the first. He ain't going to be the last. Y'all let that man live. You let that man do what he want to do. Oh, I see 2 other topics I want to get into. I want to get into this Kendrick Perkins talking about cats getting into the media. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then I also want to get into this, where Rich Paul is talking about, not LeBron, maybe LeBron gonna sneak up in there, but he talks about he's an agent who's in the media. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see what Rich Paul got to say about that. You know what I'm saying? You guys been watching Max and Rich Paul? How y'all liking it? How y'all loving it? Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. Man, I can't wait to get all this stuff behind me because I got so many jokes on myself, first of all. Oh, man, I'm writing. Boy, you laugh at your pain, don't you? Boy, I got some good jokes on me. Like, boy, what was you doing? But we got to get through some things first because the itty bitties are in limbo to a degree, so can't do it just yet. But I want to get into this topic. Kendrick Perkins. I want to do Rich Paul first. Let's do Rich Paul. No, I don't want to do that one. How many Rich Paul topics I got? I only got one? Let's see. Look at me. Oh, there you go. All right. I ain't at home, but we still win road games. That's how it goes. Let's go. Leg up.
About the criticism, Rich, they say you're an active agent and you have a pod and you're speaking on, you don't only just speak on things that might impact you and your clients, but potentially speaking on things that impact other clients and other agents and other teams. What do you say to
everybody's speaking on everything, huh? I'm saying everybody's speaking on everything. What I say is, I'm not turning down an opportunity to influence the youth, to give the youth confidence that they can do anything. Because guess what? While all these people are the main ones talking. They're also the main ones wasn't going to ever give somebody that looked like me, to come from what I come from, the lack thereof a higher education opportunity. So why should I care what they have to say when I'm continuing to just look at the blades that's being trailed? Don't worry about what I'm saying.
Right.
Just look at the blades that's being trailed and the opportunities that's given.
Yeah.
I have 229, including myself, 30 young people that work. You know, when I first started my business, nobody believed. You know how hard it was for me to get an opportunity.
Talk your talk, big dog. I love that, because that is the spirit. That's like, you're like, dog, if you didn't make me, you can't break me. Simple as that. Like, calm down, right? And you got to remember that, because cats be trying to come to break you. Right? Cats be trying to break you. And what's weird about this world is we all can get seduced, mesmerized. You could get caught with both feet in the water sometimes, thinking you swimming, and then they try to drown you. That's what he talking about. Like, you wouldn't even give me opportunity. You wouldn't even let me swim. How you gonna talk about now? Oh, I shouldn't be in the water. I shouldn't be there. You wouldn't even let me in the pool. And it's crazy, because when you start to realize what people really fight over, what people really mad at, like, you can let go of the rope. Just be like in tug of war. Here you go. What you talking about? People want your money. People want your attention. Like he's saying, he's like, just watch what I'm doing. Stop talking about if I can do it or not. Right? Let them have it. Like, you can have that. You ever play tug of war by yourself? It's kind of a hard game to play, right? And that's what I think Rich Paul is saying. I love that spirit.
How many meetings I had to be, drive runs I had to make and be turned down. And so I think it's not necessarily what's being said. It's the package that the words is coming in. You know, it's me. And I understand that. And that's okay. But.
He think it's, because he's like, look, I'm not as educated or qualified. So cats gonna always look at you like, man, you bucking the system. Because the problem is the insecurity of the status quo. The status quo is like, no, you must go to this high school, and then you must go to Columbia or Harvard, and then you must go to Wall Street. You know, you got to do all these things, these boxes, because, you know, your parents told you had to do it, and you did it, and you were a mummy and doing it, and then you got it done, and then here this cat go and just fly by you. That's resentment. I've dealt with that resentment before. I told you guys stories before. I had neighbors who used to curse me out or yell at me, call me crazy stuff. Not a ton, but it's happened. And it only happened because they mad that somebody half their age is right next door to them. And being real, it's a thing, because now I'm old as hell, and you look next door and you're like, he half your age. Some of them. Who this YouTuber up here on top of this hill? What's your name? David Dombrowski or something? What? You know what I mean? So the point is, he like, I cut through all that. You got to have that type of mindset, not now, before. This is what people need to know about Rich Paul and all those cats like him who really cut through it. He had this mindset before. It's just now on display. Because if you ain't got that mindset before, you ain't cutting through it. Because you're going to get discouraged. You're going to be like, oh, no. You're going to doubt. Dog, you know how many homeboys I know that didn't make it because of their own brain, between their own ears? Always doubting. All, you know, when it hits the fan, you're going to see who the man. I don't want to, all that woofing ain't going to get you there. You're going to have to bite, bro.
Just because it hadn't been done before don't mean it ain't the right thing to do. And look, there is a responsibility that comes with things. And I know that, but if you really listen and don't focus on the clipping, even early on this year, I just gave a scenario based upon what my colleague was saying.
Y'all know that. Y'all remember he was talking about Austin Reaves and trading Austin Reaves and what they should do. And everybody killed him. But then y'all the same people, when Austin Reaves was asking for that max deal, was like, they better not give that man that money. Well, then an agent just gave you a way to get value for him and still keep that money. And y'all, see, you can't have it both ways. Y'all killed him for giving you the proper scenario that a lot of you critics later started saying, why are we doing this to Austin Reaves? He already gamed you up. So y'all just don't know which way is up if you mad at both.
And I gave a scenario breaking down what could be. And if you dissect it, what was sought after? A big. All I said is, if it was me, the way I look at it, because as you know, this is what I do. I do this every day, all day, evaluate talent. And it's not just people say, oh, you just an agent. Well, actually, that's not true. I'm actually the CEO of the company that happens to be an agent. And so, trying to put somebody in a box is the worst thing, especially for me. I mean, it's just tough to put me in a box because.
Dog, that's our show. You already know we talk about that. The only box we want to be in is what? No box.
You know, I know how hard it is. And once somebody turn that faucet off, and you go there and you try to turn that faucet on, there's no more water. You still thirsty, you got to drink. So you got to create other pipelines.
Necessity is the mother of invention. Oh, ain't no water here? Oh, ain't no water here? Ain't no water there? Let me swallow this spit for a second. I'm going to go find me some water. Man, Rich Paul, ooh, you got a fan in me.
You know, because you know how this thing goes. And so I don't get discouraged. You know, discouragement has killed more people than guns. And, you know, I can't focus there, man. It's just too tough to focus there, especially when I know how hard it is to get an opportunity.
Yeah.
And, you know, players have podcasts. You know, the moment that it distracts or get in the way of my day job, then that's a different story. But it doesn't at all. You know, I haven't missed a beat. We're growing and we having a lot of fun. And, you know, again, they talked about Jesus, man. So I don't take myself too serious.
Hello.
Man, he went, is it Sunday yet? That's gospel. That was gospel. Golly. Hey, I know a lot of people probably ain't really vibing with that full message because it's the messenger. We have gotten conditioned to a place where the messenger matters more than the message. That's why you walk by that homeless guy and he trying to drop a gem on you. And you just like, man, if this bum don't move, then you might throw him a little nickel or a dollar just to try to make yourself feel better instead of making him feel better, right? He probably wanted you to just hear him and acknowledge him and listen to him. You know how the game goes. We ain't stupid. It's wild like that. But I understand exactly what he's saying. I don't have a problem with him being an agent and doing the podcast. Not because Max is on it either. It's because, like, you could be multifaceted. Why you can't be multifaceted? Oh, because give me a good reason. He might say something that gets him in trouble. Well, then that's on him. Everybody could say something to get him in trouble. Oh, but you never know. I can't let it happen like that. Let's get into one more topic. Let's see. I want to do football. This Lamar Jackson topic is interesting. People are, what was Lamar Jackson ranked? 60-something this year? The NFL top 100 rankings. Boy, the NFL is so different now. When I was in the NFL, we had no damn top 100 rankings on TV. We had the top 100. It wasn't on TV. I made it twice. Yeah, I remember twice. I was 38 or 39 one year. Woo! That boy Wiley was eating. And then I was 44. Then I was not on the list. Yeah. Now they got that thing rocking. I love it. But they coming at Lamar Jackson. I don't know what he did to somebody, but last year at the end when he sleeping in the meetings, every NFL player ever has slept in the meeting. And then it turned into, he played too many video games. I'm like, what? So Lamar Jackson, you and I, in different capacities, they coming for you, big dog. Better duck.
There's an NFL Network list of the top 100 players, and I always kind of roll my eyes. We know the good ones. We know the guys, that are pretty good. But there's always a player or two in the list that either explodes or drops. And I think this year it's really fascinating. It's Lamar Jackson. He drops 67 spots. Now, remember, this is voted on by players.
Damn.
Those are his peers.
Damn.
That's always been his number one support group. Anytime there was criticism about him, and I defended him forever, it was always his peers, his teammates. Oh, he's a guy. His peers, he's fallen off a cliff. He's in the Bryce Young quarterback territory. Look it up.
I mean, stop. I mean, 98, okay, but still, stop. Let me see. Jordan Love, good. I mean, but Lamar's more than that in weird ways. Jordan Love's good though. I don't know. He's too close to Baker Mayfield and Brock Purdy and Brock. Oh, y'all calling me early? God dang, East Coasters, let's go.
So we were joking this morning about as a staff, like franchise quarterbacks are a little bit like airlines. Like you're introduced to them and you become a fan. And then over the course of time, there's multiple options, right? You don't have to stick with the airline. And you may be a fan, but they keep losing your luggage. And then after a while, you're like, I'm over it. Like, I'm done. I've had too many canceled flights, too many deboardings, too many lost luggages. That's sort of where the NFL players are, I think. And that's where I am with Lamar Jackson. There's other franchise quarterbacks I like. Drake May now and Caleb Williams and Bo Nix. And
Drake May, okay, I get it. Caleb Williams, I certainly get it, yes. Bo Nix, I get it. Like, it's weird when the arrow's pointing up or down, we kind of lose sight of, like, accomplishment, achievement, because we want to bet on that new horse, right? You want to bet on the one that everybody ain't betting on, or everybody's not on yet because the horse can't run in because everybody on his back. Whatever that is, that dynamic, we always looking for the next. It happens in music a lot. It happens like with Drake. Like Drake is like, dog, I have been number one since 08, 09, something in that world. And then somebody come out with one good album or a couple of songs, and everybody like, oh man, Drake better look out, number one. He like, what? Like, that's how I feel. Like, I'm looking like Lamar's like, what? I was hurt last year. Did y'all say this after the first game, Buffalo? Remember how Lamar was? Even though, didn't he get into that with that fan or something weird? But point being, he balled that game. And then Derrick Henry fumbled, and that's life. I think he balled the game after that. Then he got hurt. Then he came back. Then he got hurt. Then he came back. And then they lost, and they didn't do anything. Because when you go in and out the lineup, you don't have continuity. And then you also don't have trust of yourself. They don't trust you, and you don't trust yourself, Conor McGregor, because you hurt. You got two opponents. You playing the other team and your injury. Am I good? Can I go full throttle? And if you can't go full throttle and your name is Lamar Jackson, you ain't ready. He ain't Dan Marino. Dan Marino had a torn Achilles and still was the same dude. Because it's like, I ain't going nowhere anyway. I don't need no Achilles. Matter of fact, tear the other one. I don't care. What is that going to do to me? Wow. And Lamar still got that arm too, but you know what make him special. That special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, seeds on the sesame bun. You know what's different about him. That thread of Then he came back reserved, and he came back also in his own head, his own body. He wasn't full throttle. Come on, man.
There's just more good young quarterbacks coming into the league. I mean, about the only quarterback who I think is like declining, and it's hard to say Matt Stafford is declining, but he's old. That's about it. There's just too many good young quarterbacks. So, I mean, Lamar Jackson as a starter used to average 10 rushes a game. Last year it was 5. He used to give you 65 yards rushing a game. Last year it was 26. His sack percentage has gone through the roof. Only one quarterback in the league had a higher sack percentage, Geno Smith.
Yep.
Then it was Lamar. Then it was J.J. McCarthy.
Damn.
He is a declining player, and his rush attempts have gone down since 2021. The old saying, I trust somebody until I don't trust somebody.
Yeah, and that's a running quarterback. And they always say, man, that's shelf life. Because they get in their own head and their own body before everybody else. Like, we talking. We like, yo, you better start sliding. We talking. You better stop running. You better start throwing it. We talking. He feeling it. And then all of a sudden, like he said, used to run for 64 yards. Now it's 22 or something. You ain't running the same. Why not? Look, there's nothing faster on the field than the football. I don't care if Deion Sanders is out there with Tyreek Hill. Ain't nothing faster than that football. And the faster you get that football out your hand to somebody else who can run fast, your receivers, the better you're going to be at quarterback. That's number one. That is the foundation of quarterback. There was a day where they didn't respect that, and that's why we weren't playing our best football. 3 yards in a cloud of dust is not the best football. That's the path of most resistance. I know because I played on the D-line in the trenches. You want to run between us? Good luck. You're going to break some, but you're going to also get broken. But if that ball's in the air and it's waving like it just don't care, that ball could go anywhere. All you can do is stop and stare. Look at the glare. Oh, boy. Yeah. No, in all seriousness, that ball, if it's darting around, what can you do? It's the Air Force versus the Army. It's drones versus real soldiers. Which one? You know what it is. So Lamar got caught, I think, last year for sure. And maybe it's longer. I know there's been decline in numbers, but last year was glaring. I think Lamar got caught last year in flux with the injuries and the fact that he knows style of play now. I'm graduating to another level. This is now my junior year in terms of, all right, maturity in the league. This ain't my freshman years. This is not my sophomore years. This is now me graduating my junior year. It's time to get serious. Colleges are looking at me. You know what I mean? Y'all remember that. I think he's going to play serious quarterback now. Got to stay healthy. Before it was fun quarterback, great quarterback, amazing quarterback. I still think you can work like that. I don't see him get hit a ton, but I see him getting hurt now. So you're going to have to be smart, real smart.
I no longer trust Lamar Jackson in a big spot. I'm selling my stock. That doesn't mean he's a bad quarterback or even average. He's better than average, way better than average. But I probably held my stock for a year too long. For years and years, you guys kept telling me, you got to get out of the Lamar business. And I'm like, I know he's not good in the playoffs. 84 passer rating in the playoffs, lower than Ryan Tannehill. There's nothing I can say about it. I think he gets nervous. I don't always love his offensive coordinators in the playoffs. But you got to remember this too. He has missed at least 4 games in 3 of the last 5 years. So now I got the playoffs. He's missing games. He's very expensive. Whole new coaching staff. A declining player who's taking far more sacks. I'm selling my stock. And I always think, listen, you can criticize me or not like me. That's fine. I totally understand that. I always think the silliest criticism of me is, well, you flip-flop. Bro, you cling to old opinions. I'm always seeking new information.
Hey, he breaking that down. That's real. You should be more like Colin than not in that respect, because cats just be stubborn. But look, you don't get great fan bases. You don't get great fandom if you ain't got the stubborn dude, right? The stubborn dude is necessary, because he going to just hold on no matter what. And you could be kicking him, scratching. Logic doesn't matter. He ain't letting go. So both of us are necessary, let's say.
And watch last year, not the same quarterback. I mean, he'd been slightly declining, fell off a cliff. Maybe he gets better, but Caleb Williams to me now is a much better quarterback. Caleb Williams last year had seven winning drives or fourth quarter comebacks. 7. Lamar.
I hated that stat all my life, still do. So you down in the fourth quarter and we giving you credit because you came back? Why were you down? Sometimes you shouldn't even be down. So if I'm not down, I don't get a fourth quarter comeback stat. But you're going to give him some props because he was down and then he came back? But I always stayed up? Okay.
Jackson had 1. And you can argue, well, he was hurt last year. Yeah, he's hurt a lot now. And secondly, he's only had 5 of those kind of games in the last 4 seasons. He's not a great come-from-behind quarterback. Caleb Williams, when everybody in the arena knows he has to throw, is great. Lamar Jackson, when everybody in the stadium knows he's got to throw, does not deliver.
But that win percentage is still high, even though it's not in the playoffs just yet. So it's like a little bit of that John Elway without the clutch drives yet, or obviously the latter part of the career, the championship. I get it.
That's who he is. I'm selling my stock. I'd take Bo Nix today in a fourth quarter come-from-behind situation. Bo Nix over Lamar Jackson. Why? Because the analytics and data tell you he's better. I watched Bo Nix go toe-to-toe with Josh Allen in a division round playoff game with a broken ankle. A kid against the best player in the league. So I'm probably selling my stock a year late. I should have taken the advisement. I should have listened to the fans. But when his peers, that was always his strongest support group, drop him 67 spots and put him in the Bryce Young League. It's like, I mean, if I asked you, you were a general manager, Lamar or Drake May today, who would you take? Well,
this is painful. Y'all taking Drake May over Lamar Jackson? What?
Drake May's ascending. Drake May's just going into his prime. Drake May's inexpensive. I can surround Drake May with more. Drake May looks like he's a better quarterback late in games. I mean, you tell me.
I am not happy right now hearing what I just heard. Maybe that's because the truth hurts. I don't know. I'm keeping this. I don't think I kept it too long. I'm keeping the stock. I'm keeping the stock because I know the elements. I know the ingredients of this company. And I know that this is special sauce. And I know when it hits, it hits. I know when Derrick Henry doesn't have his fumbling issues, those games are won. That momentum is there. They continue on. I know that when Lamar Jackson is healthy, we're not talking like this out of the side of our mouth. I know that I shouldn't let stories about, oh, he played video games. Oh, my God, he was late to practice. Oh, they had to move it because of him. I shouldn't let all these things that are typical of the star treatment move my mind off of Lamar Jackson. Adrian Robles, thank you, Big Dog, for the super chat. He said Lamar never had a true number one wide receiver, 100. Yeah, they've been trying to make that work with all types, undersized, speedsters, old guys coming in. Like, he done had everybody's reclamation project. But that dude, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I even if I understand where Colin's coming from, so I'm not going to disagree with him. What I'm going to say is I don't think that it's accurate. I think that we use somebody at their worst. That's like you saw Jordan's worst game. And Jordan had some bad finals games and stuff too, right? Jordan had a bad shooting game where he passed it to Paxson. Oh, he not clutch. Why? He passed it to Paxson. Why did he pass it to Paxson? Because he was double teamed and he was open and he could shoot. But then you use that coming up on first take. You know, Michael Jordan, is he clutch? He passes in the clutch moment. He's 3 for 7. I think Michael Jordan had one of them games, like he was 3 for 17, something crazy. He's 3 for 17 and he passes in the clutch moment. We'll break down Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it felt like we just heard about Lamar Jackson last year. That was like a imperfect storm of events. A confluence of negativity happened. So we'll see. Blah, blah, blah. All right, y'all. Have an amazing day. It is time to get up out of here. I am about to go get some work done, and I'm talking about real work. Boy, I am taking the SAT over here. It is more paperwork than a little bit. All you guys that got divorced before, man, shoot. I know y'all was like, man, I'd rather be with her than fill out all this damn paperwork. I know. I was like, and take me back, ma'am. Take me back. I ain't got to fill out all this damn paperwork. I feel like I'm at the DMV. You know what I mean? It's real, but nah, love, man. Salute to all you guys. I look forward to expanding these shows and doing more shows and expanding this network. Just get through this parking lot we in right now, and we're going to get there.